so much for being here. I really appreciate it. You know, if you don't, enough of this, we're live streaming. You can watch us again on YouTube later, so it's going to be that much fun. But seriously, thank you guys for being here, taking your time, talk about scheduling moving forward, a couple of quick introductions as well, and then you know, we'll get to you guys where you want to be, out to the coaches along the history hallway. For any Blake Middle School parents, any Blake Middle School parents out there? Awesome, thank you for being here. Excited to get started here. You know, transition day is coming up Friday, so I'll be, you know, a lot of your sons and daughters then. But look, you know, the next generation of warriors into the building here. So I'm Eric Scott. I'm the athletic director. Next year will be my 11th year here. I'm very happy to introduce somebody that we started as my assistant in the fall. Right over here is Samantha Sella, coming to us from Oxford. So very grateful to have some help. And then, as you know, Maria has been our athletic trainer here for 15 years. She's retiring now as well. So we're going to have a Bellinger. I've been the athletic trainer and worked at Silver Lake for the last 19 years, so he brings a plethora of experience. And we are very lucky to have him and his expertise, so he'll be running the sports medicine program here as well. So hopefully if you get a chance, please introduce yourself to both of them. You know, we're looking forward to an awesome year. We had a fantastic year this year. We're still going for a couple of us boys and girls lacrosse. So after this, you can come out, catch the end of the girls lacrosse game as well. So just a phenomenal year overall. Sports we offer here at the high school, and I also include sports we offer at Blake Middle School as well. So for football, we have levels from middle school level, which is 7th and 8th grade, to a freshman/JV2 level, a JV, and then varsity. For boys and girls soccer, we try to run 3 levels for each, JV2, JV, and varsity. Boys and girls varsity cross country, Coach Line, Coach Kramer over here. Michael, can you raise your hand for girls soccer? And boys soccer, Coach Hammond. And Coach Ornberg for football. Should be introducing them as well. And then to introduce, we have hired a coach, Coach B, who's our JV coach. He's not here as well, but I have 3 amazing captains smiling right down here that are going to take you through the sports-specific stuff today, and then you guys are going to meet again on the 20th to actually meet the coach. So make sure you do check in. They have your emails. The best way to get your emails is if you register. So if you register on Family ID, I'll have all the emails that I can do the young ladies, and we'll be all set. Field hockey, Coach Driscoll. Awesome. 3 levels, hopefully, of that as well. And golf, both JV and varsity with Coach Oliverio. Yep, over here. Oh, it's sitting with the people. Like that. Thank you. So for field hockey and volleyball, we also have 8th grade at the middle school. And occasionally for field hockey, we do need to pull up some 7th graders to round out a team as well. So football, 7th and 8th grade, volleyball, 8th grade, field hockey, 8th grade, sometimes 7th grade, and cross country, 6th and 8th grade for co-ed. So the most important thing I'm going to say is just please register. Register early. I put a deadline on there for next Friday, the 24th. I only need 3 things from you. If you register your son or daughter on Family ID before, should be a piece of cake. You log in, it's changed, maybe a physical date, or if they have any allergies that have presented, stuff like that, update, and then submit. And once you submit, I will need 2 more things. A valid copy. I don't need the original. Mail it to me. I don't need a hard copy. And if you already have a copy with me, say you participate in track and field this spring, and your physical is still valid, we're good. So I do not need another copy. If you're unsure, just shoot me an email. I can just check the date. The same document that I can see is shared with the nurses as well. So if you pass one into them, hopefully we're covered. But if you're unsure, just send me another copy. All the physicals end up living with the nurses anyway. I just check off the date and I'll pass them back to them. So appreciate that. And then the last part is the payment piece. There is a portal for you to pay right off the Family ID. So if you'd like to pay online, if you do pay online, if you pay versus with debit ACH payment, they charge you a quarter to do that, an extra quarter. If you do by credit card, none of it comes out of fee. So just FYI, I just want to throw that out there. I'm not making any money off either end of this, so whatever you want to do is fine. And then if you want to pay by check too, just town of Medfield, and send a check in. If your son or daughter does not make it, that does have cuts, I will return that check or online, and they don't make a team, they choose not to play another sport, then I have to just put in a request to the business office, and they'll, within usually 2 weeks, they'll work. Our overall philosophy for athletics, we obviously want to keep as many of our student athletes participating as possible, and still run those teams. So we're a pretty small school. We have 748 kids this year, but 92% of our student athletes participate in athletics, which is overwhelmingly amazing. So kudos to you, and that's why, again, if you look around the gym here and you look at the banners and the state championships, they're working hard, and they're working hard. If there's any issues with payment, if you're looking for a payment plan, or you need a partial or full waiver, just email me. Just email me directly and we'll work it out. We're never going to preclude anyone from participation due to financial constraints. So I just definitely want to throw that out there as well. Just points of emphasis. Chemical health, we want all our student athletes to continue to participate throughout the season. They're not allowed to consume any recreational or otherwise. In years I've been doing this job, I don't think I've made it through a season or a year without a violation. So we want to make sure that those conversations are happening at home with the coaches as well, so we aren't jeopardizing something that we're working so hard towards on the field. But way more important than that is your safety, and we care about that way more than wins and losses. Eligibility grades. Here you'll be taking 7 classes, passing 6 of those classes. Officers will make sure that you're doing everything to maintain that. And if you're falling below a little bit, you might just put a hand in the back and then have you stay for some study halls and some extra work to make sure those grades are coming up. Sportsmanship. I'm thrilled to announce we had a number of teams this year win their team sportsmanship awards. That is amazing. And just, there's a few things that make me smile more than maybe wins the league, but also wins the sportsmanship award. So it's important that we do well with respect, with integrity, and just make sure we follow the ideals that hopefully align with both you and Field High School as well. So that's definitely, we put a strong emphasis on that. Bona fide team member rule, I just talked to the coach a little bit about this. Basically, in a nutshell, this rule means that if you are to miss any scheduled practice or competition to play in another AAU event or else, that you need a waiver for that. So just come and see me, no problem. We'll get a waiver signed by your parents, myself, your coaches, just so you know. So if anybody ever calls us on it, we have that documentation. Communication. The hardest probably day for a coach to make those cuts, but those are individually done. No signs or team that runs correctly. But if there's any issues or perceived issues, you're with them. If it still goes unresolved, then they'll reach out and have a conversation with the coach. If it's then resolved, then myself or Samantha will be involved, and then we can kind of go up the ladder. But very seldom, we'll get above the coach. So if there's any issues, we'd like also encourage our student athletes to advocate for themselves and to talk with the coaches so they know exactly what their expectations are for them, and that should be communicated with them. All right, where to find stuff. And I'll show you really quickly at the end of this, Arbor Live. But if you go to Arbor Live, all the schedules from Blake Middle School all the way up to varsity sports are on Arbor Live. You can find bus information, you can find site, things like that. So that's going to be the site. If you go on my Twitter now, following me, I don't know why you wouldn't be. It's great stuff there. The pinned tweet that I have right on top link to those to Arbor Live. So you can go there, save that bookmark right on your phone, and then you'll always be in the know. You can sign up for alerts for teams. So say you have 3 kids that are playing different sports, you can sign up for all those alerts. Or there's a change in the schedule. You'll have, so again, a lot of stuff. I'll send emails, and like for this week, you should have got from Aspen from the front office. But I also will tweet out like information, and it's a great way for me to brag about your sons and daughters. So when, at games, I get to do all these things. I consider all these my kids, but I call them. But that's one way that I can brag about everybody and get that stuff out there. Rescheduling again, Arbor Live. There is an Arbor Live app too. I wasn't pushing that last year because I thought it was, quite frankly, not great. Gotten much better as well. All right, so standings MIA tournament information on the MIA site. So right now, where we're living for all these games, you go to the MIA site, you go into tournament website, all the brackets and things are there. I'll also do that. After the Twitter thing, if you don't have Twitter, but you want to be annoyed by the frequency, if you opt in and tweet 0, follow it, because your phone's going to be ding, ding, ding all day long. But Friday, August 19th. For all other sports, are going to be Monday, the 22nd of August. And those times, this is going to be on the starting times. Location are going to be put on every door, exterior door of the school. It's going to be pinned on my Twitter account. It's going to be sent out to every incoming freshman and if you go on to the site right here, hopefully it loads. Not great Wi-Fi here, but when things start. And if it's in blue, it's going to be a hyperlink as well. So then you can click on, like, say, football here, you right to the football website as well. So one-stop shop, where things begin, what time, and access to click right on the team's websites. So hopefully this is Coach Arbor, thank you, great idea. I'm going to show you the website quickly. This is where we're going to go for our breakout meetings. Football to 125. Boys soccer is going to stay right in here. Girls soccer is going to be in 112. Field hockey is going to be in 110. I know that says 117. Last minute change, 110. Golf, 114. Volleyball, 119. Cross country. So if you guys wait 1 second before our relation, I just want to quickly show you what that website looks like, the Arbor Live. Here's where you're going to log on. Here's going to be all your teams. If you just click on a team, it's going to bring you to the schedule. And then if there's a team, you're also going to have a roster in there as well. And that's going to be accessible to the public and everything else. So again, take some time, go to that website. Please register before next Friday, the 24th, before we go to the Cape, before we just have a great, enjoyable summer. Please do that, because the sooner I can get that information done, then hopefully I can get home and with my kids and my wife. So I really appreciate that. And then if there's any questions, comments, recipes to share, email. I promise to get back and get out of here. It feels like the heat's on in here. So go to your classrooms. Thank you so much for being.